Hi everyone, this is Marianne and welcome to my channel. I just wanted to quickly come on here to share with you some more adjustments that I made to my life notebook after the video that I made last time. This section right here that's labeled Moxie plus Life has been in this notebook since the very beginning because these are my goals worksheets for the year and I figured I'll be revisiting them every month or even more often. But I realized that I only needed to revisit this section every quarter or so they don't have to be in here at all. And it's kind of a thick section. I showed myself working on these worksheets in a previous video, which I will link in the description box. I thought of transferring this entire section to a different volume, and then, because the tab for that is the fifth in the cascade, I can transfer this section for podcast notes to the slot or space on the discs that the Moxie plus Live section will be vacating. And so I did that. I transferred the Moxie plus Live section to an entirely different disc-bound volume, and I have transferred the podcast notes to the space that was vacated. That left my section for my second novel as the last section in the back of the notebook, and this is the divider for that section. Now I have more space left on the discs. These are 2-inch metal discs from Jane's Agenda, and it's a good thing that I now have more space on the discs because I wanted to place some more additional sheets of paper in my section for my second novel. Here I have cut down some sheets of Elias paper. They come in reams of A4, so I cut them in half to make A5 sheets. Elias paper is made specifically for fountain pens. I have a video comparing this paper with a Midori MD paper, and I will link it down below. Also, do you remember these index cards? I made these to help me plot out the chapters of my second novel. I have a video about this, which I will also link down below. These have been clipped with a binder clip since the very beginning, but now that I have space on the discs of my life notebook, I want to place these on the discs as well and just take them out as needed. I went ahead and printed a graph pattern on the Elias paper. This is 5mm graph, and the printing looks lighter in real life than what I can see on the screen right now. I do like graph paper because I can use these sheets for more plotting. The index cards are just for plot points, like turning points, major things that will happen in each chapter. But when I need to decide on more details to flesh out each chapter, I will need bigger sheets of paper. So I think the A5 size will do, and the graph will be really helpful. And by the way, I made only 40 sheets of this graph paper. I hole punched all of the sheets and also the index cards with my Happy Planner punch, which by the way I have marked with stoppers for hole punching different sizes of papers. I have here a stopper for 3x5 index cards horizontal and 3x5 index cards vertical. I showed how I placed these stoppers in my video about making a disc-bound index card notebook, which I will link down below. And now here are the graph sheets on the discs, and the index cards are also on here. And just so that the stack of index cards won't be too thick, I placed them here in 2 stacks. And behind the graph paper, I still have the sheets from the paper pads that I placed here during the previous video. These are also fountain pen friendly. I have a pen test of these paper pads, and I will link it down below. And now finally here is a flip through of how the notebook looks now. 2-inch discs at maximum capacity, as you can see. The sections are still pretty much the same: commonplace, reading notes, story ideas, journal section, which is the second thickest section, and it has all sorts of different papers in here. And here is the podcast notes section where the Moxie section used to be. Then research, watch notes, miscellaneous, lecture notes, and the section for my second novel. The first few sheets in here are some notes. Here are the index cards for the plot. Here are the graph sheets. and the sheets that I took from some paper pads. And that's it. That's how this notebook is going to be for a while, I think. I'm really so happy that I don't need to have multiple notebooks anymore, and I don't have to have clipboards with paper pads of all sorts and loose sheets floating around in my room. I'm so glad that I can adjust this notebook anytime I want to fit whatever needs I have. And that is my little update video for you today. Thanks for watching. Bye.